Support the Simulation Football League. Become a partner today at simulationfl.com. Oh, I've finally done it. And I'm so happy. I have figured out how to do all 32 NFL teams in a season mode. There are a few little kinks to work out, but we'll get to that later. All right, first things first. As you can see, I've made an NFL season mode folder here. And I've done the 7 teams. I got the 7 teams that I couldn't do before in my 25 team folder. Thing that I started. Now I have one roster file for each team, much like how Rate Sports did his downloads. Now the only problem with this is the only way I could get this to work was to use the Bengals slot that he used. Let's just go into the editor and I'll show you. So if you want to do something like this and you're having trouble using his file, the Rate Sports file, then you'll know what to do. But it's not very fun to do, I'll tell you that right now. Alright, we're going to open the Jaguars. Now, normally I would go to the right, where all the teams are. But instead, I'm going to go left into this cluster, whatever the hell this is, with all these asterisks and stuff. But this is where you have to go. So I'll go over here, and this is where he had the Bengals. So what I did was I changed it to the Jaguars, and I did this for every other team that it wouldn't work in season mode. And as you can see, there's some names here filled in, there's some that are not. And there's also another page of players, which is very strange. Some of them are repeats and whatever, and some are not. Now, this was incredibly confusing to edit the Jaguars because I didn't know exactly what players I could edit, which ones would show up in the game or whatever. So what I ended up doing was going into the game after loading the original file that he had in here and selecting this as a user team and getting a piece of paper and writing down every individual player on the team, then going into my printer and making a copy and then crossing out each player as I edited them. And if it wasn't on there, I wouldn't edit them. Simple as that. Now here's the only problem. Team City has to be Burlington. It has to be. If you change it, it will freeze. I've tried this. And I've heard that Havo is working on a fix for this, so it's not set in stone yet. But every team, only the 7 teams that I'm talking about will be called the Cincinnati whatever. Cincinnati Raiders, Cincinnati Bengals, or, instead of the Bengals, it's going to be that team. So now, the only other glitch that I've encountered is the Steelers. They work in season mode if you play as them, but when you play against them, they don't have all their players that I've put in. So you won't be playing against the likes of Mean Joe Green and Terry Bradshaw. You'll be playing a bunch of bum generics, which I can't figure out. I don't know how to fix this, but it's only in season mode. You can play an exhibition; it works fine. But you can still play as the team. But when you play against them, that's the issue. So, but I have tested all of these teams in season mode all the way through. They work, every one of them. So now I just got to redo all the teams. The only team I've redone is the Jaguars. So I'm not going to do any videos for a while. I'm gonna just go ahead and knock out all these teams, and then so I can get these teams out to you guys. So it's going to be a while for you to see another video, but it's coming.